Today, we discuss a clash in the world of boxing that's much more than a mere competition. Artur Beterbiev, the relentless, will face off against Dmitry Bivol, the elusive technician. History is sure to be made when these two titans of the light heavyweight division finally collide. For years, boxing fans have waited for a fight between these two light heavyweight champions. The dream fight is now about to come to reality as the bout has been announced for the 1st of June in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Prominent Saudi advisor at the Royal Court, Turki Al-Sheikh, made the bombshell announcement during a special edition of the MMA Hour with Ariel Halwani. He also said the undercard for Beterbiev vs Bivol will be the 5 vs 5 series of fights between Matchroom Boxing and Queensberry Promotions fighters. To give you all a glimpse of what awaits us, let's begin with Artur Beterbiev. Beterbiev holds the WBC, IBF and WBO world title, is why this fight has not materialized for years. He has a fresh record of 20 wins, all of which are by knockout. He won the IBF title in November 2017 with a knockout over Enrico Killing. 3 fights later, the WBC title. The WBO title was taken from Joe Smith Jr. in June 2022, and since then, he's won 2 more fights against Anthony Yarde and Callum Smith as well. He holds a near-perfect record, but his opponent, champion Dmitry Bivol, is also undefeated. With 22 victories under his belt, his resume includes a signature win against none other than Saul Alvarez. Bivol is a more tactical fighter skilled in using superb techniques to overcome his opponents. Hence, only half of his victories have been by stoppage. While Beterbiev is known for his crushing power and dominance, Bivol's strengths are his ring IQ and quick movement. Their unique styles will make this fight worth the wait. Go further, let's do a head-to-head comparison of these two champions that'll give us a glimpse of what they're capable of. Here are some stats. Beginning with age, Beterbiev is 39, while his opponent Bivol is 33, 6 years younger. When it comes to height, both stand equally tall at 6 feet. Next, when it comes to reach, Beterbiev has a slight advantage at 72.8 inches, while Bivol is at 72 inches. Their debuts were not far apart, with Beterbiev beginning his career in 2013 and Bivol only a year later in 2014. What do these two titans have to say about their upcoming fight? By Dmitry Bivol's admission, this will be one of the hardest fights of his career. Beterbiev is a harder fight than Canelo, said Dmitry Bivol in an exclusive interview shortly as a fighter. Bivol responded that Beterbiev is very strong. He throws hard punches and he believes in himself. He also noted that Beterbiev is highly experienced. Bivol mentioned that he's training hard and mentally preparing himself for the anticipated fight. I have to win this fight to keep moving forward to my goal of becoming the undisputed world champion. Beterbiev and Bivol had a tense face-off months ago, in which Beterbiev came across as more aggressive, eagerly wanting to make the fight happen. When asked about a fight between the two, he said mockingly about Bivol, "I don't know. He talks about fighting, but he never fights," which is something that Beterbiev has repeatedly said in the past as well. Shortly afterward, he praised Bivol as a good fighter. He was also asked if he aims to knock out Bivol in a future fight, and he said, "We'll see." In another interview, he said regarding the fight, "I need a 4th belt. It would mean a lot to me. It's the top. It would mean in this category I have done work." Now Beterbiev finally gets his wish, as this match has since been confirmed for Saudi Arabia. We've got a glimpse of what these two fighters think of each other and their upcoming fight. So now, let's see what the pros think. Who has the advantage going into this historic bout? What are all the experts saying? First, let's have a look at the Teddy Atlas breakdown. Teddy Atlas is an American boxing coach who does an in-depth analysis of major fights. He seems to think that despite the tough challenge, Bivol can beat Beterbiev. Beterbiev dominates Smith, but Bivol can beat him. To defeat Callum Smith, Teddy Atlas also shared an insight from the Beterbiev vs Smith clash that could hint at how Bivol can defeat him in their upcoming match. He only made one mistake, and that's the way Bivol is going to beat him, Atlas explained. He reached in with a right hand one time where he was vulnerable to a left hook counter, which Smith tried to do, but he was late. And aggressively. If Bivol is watching, that's some valuable advice from the coach that could assist him in his upcoming match. Next, let's see the expert's insight on ProBox TV, starting with Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley is an American former professional boxer who competed from 2004 to 2016. From the start, Bradley felt that this fight wouldn't go the distance.
Somebody, it's got to go, and somebody is getting knocked the hell out.
Former 2-division world champion Paulie Malignaggi, who was also on the panel, agreed with Bradley, saying that he also doesn't expect it to go the distance. Most people seem to agree with this analysis, as Beterbiev is a complete destroyer. However, Malignaggi interestingly also mentioned that while Beterbiev is very strong, he's growing slightly susceptible to taking damage and feeling it more during his matches as he gets a bit older. Chris Algieri, former WBO junior welterweight champion, was also on the panel and had a slightly different take. He feels that this match could go the distance, especially if it's Bivol who wins, which is a strong possibility. Due to his more tactical style, he may not knock out Beterbiev but score up points until he overcomes him. Regardless of their predictions, they all agree that this is one of, if not the biggest fights in boxing. It's not only a great matchup, but it's very important because whoever wins this is the true 175-pound king. Due to the magnitude of this fight, you have a lot of passionate views from pros in the industry. Tony Bellew, an English former professional boxer who competed till 2018, had some interesting things to say. He feels that someone should check Artur Beterbiev for substances because he keeps getting stronger even as he ages. Obviously, we want to see Bivol Beterbiev next. It's a great fight, but please show me a fighter who's gotten stronger with age. He's 39 and he's getting more destructive. Physically, that's not usually possible. But he's doing it. Our great sport needs to be looked at, like baseball. Finally, let's take a look at what some active professional boxers have to say about this upcoming fight, speaking from their own experience with these two. Callum Smith, who recently lost to Artur Beterbiev, had this to say. Beterbiev's the real deal. He's got that knockout power that can change a fight in an instant. Bivol better be prepared because he's stepping into a lion's den. That's quite the fierce preview by Smith. Now let's hear from someone who knows what both these fighters bring to the table, Joe Smith Jr. In my opinion, I felt that Bivol was the tougher fight for me. He's an all-around fighter, but both fighters are very skilled, you know. Beterbiev, he's very accurate with his punches. He hits you where he wants to. Remember, this is all just a preview. The real battle unfolds in the ring on June 1st. Stay tuned for the epic clash, and if you liked the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.